closer. Okay. Something was supposed to take place between 6:30 and 9:30 this morning. Okay. Someone do work logistics or have logistics or know something about logistics, the system, packaging, delivering, trucking. Someone can drive trucks or something like that. Okay. And reason being why is that because it's like for somebody, and I'm not have no choice but to explain it in the best way as I can see it, right? For somebody in my situation, I kept seeing the guy Mike I went to school with, and when I went to the trade school with, and the thing of it was like it was him approaching me, telling me like, yeah, my wife was cheating. And it was just like how he explained it to me. It was like a reading that I gave out. It was like, yeah, while this man is out, excuse me, while this man is out working, you know what I'm saying? Shorty over here cheating versus, you know what I'm saying? I feel like this man is very open, to their wife or whatever the case may be. But however, this person ended up finding out like, their spouse was cheating and stuff like that. And it's like, well, I was like, well, damn, that's kind of fucked up or whatever. And then it was like something, it was like, well, come with me. Let's go blow off some steam. Let's go, take off running or whatever. And, but it was like, if you ain't never been like around like trucking stations or motor pools and stuff like that, but I want to say he was a Marine. Yeah, Mike was a Marine of out of all of us. But then it was like, well, come on. And it was like, I was like in between him. I wasn't too far behind him as we're going for a run. And Marines run like 6 miles. I think I was able to do like a solid 3 in like 18 minutes. He was like, y'all slow. But then in the process, it's like, well, shoot, you want to go to, I want you should come with me. I'm your man now. I'm like, what? And then it's like in that process, as this is going on, it was like, okay, well, we're gonna get ready to go to the beach. It's like me getting ready to go choose some clothes or whatever. And then I see Kiera and Deshaun arguing about, a room, and it was like a room piled up with a whole bunch of clothes and stuff like that. But then it was like some female that worked at Popeyes. It was like 3 females that they had from particular locations of Popeyes or whatever. And one of them wanted to step up to say something. Child, this is like really going on. Like, finally wanted to step up and say something. I want to say that person, the person from Popeyes wanted to say something. And then it was like, well, oh, so these people could have gotten an argument with these two because it was like whoever the person was from, like the fast food chain or whoever they are from there. And then me seeing that person from there run, like they probably have their own logistics company and they probably do deliveries for like their food or something. And I feel like that person was no longer giving them information about somebody's relationship, where they going, where they was about to, do in their life, and an argument ended up breaking out. And with them having this argument about like why you won't tell me where their whereabouts and what they're about to do in their life and all this other stuff. And it's just like somebody basically confronting 2 other people like, why are you so concerned about what's going on in their life? And then it's like they was like, you wrong, whatever the case may be. But however, whoever the person from the fast food restaurant or whatever, doing their best to figure out like, no, I want to, follow them. I want to, figure out certain other things. It's not like to be in their life to take their life. So someone could have got, not like figuratively and literally, like somebody wants to be somebody else so bad, like take on their life live their experiences, and then they got mad because someone is no longer like telling them, giving the information on that type thing. And then the trade school dude, he was like, looking forward to it. It was like, shoot, this would be my first little, my chocolate cream or some shit like that. And then it was like some other people that was trying to come in and cause some. It seemed like they was trying to cause some harm, but then it was at the same time. Buddy sitting here like I come back out like after I was trying to grab a swimsuit or whatever, because it was like we did a run and then it was like we ran past some water or something like that. And it was like, shit, I want to go to a beach. Like, fuck it, wherever you want to go, we gonna go. That's where you want to go? Okay. Let me go ahead and go get what you need to go get. Because I feel like, they was waiting patiently while I went inside to go get what I needed to get. The argument, I'm sitting there listening to the argument or whatever. And it's like, whoever is in there, it was like this person was trying to make an embarrassing scene, but it didn't do anything. It was like I grabbed something, but it was like one of my pieces of clothes that I was looking to go get. It was like they had ripped it up, or they tried to like mix my clothes up where I couldn't find anything. And then it was like, well, you don't know how to you violated people's privacy, and this is their room, and all this other stuff. So it's like somebody trying to hold on to some old vendettas, and it was just like, child, ain't nobody trying to hear none of that shit. Like, if you don't find you something better to do, are you bored or something like that? And with it, it was just like, I guess as the person was waiting, and it was like I went to go get the swimsuit. Somebody was like, "This is how they look in a swimsuit." Like, oh my god! And it was like a bunch of people just staring, and then this person was just like enamored. But then at the same time, it was like 2 to 3 people trying to do something towards as I was coming out or whatever. And all the thing I do is just like I'm sitting here looking at this motherfucker putting a mouse tool to these folks' head. He was like, "Are you enjoying the view? What do y'all want?" And it's just like it stopped right there because it's like I kept feeling my body over here. So it was like somebody trying to overpower the dream state, because whatever was going on, it was like somebody wanted to hide like their involvement in something. But then it was just like what was going out. It was just like shit. To me, it's like shit. I'm a single woman. I can go out and go there, whatever. But it was like, no, I'm your boyfriend. I'm your man. Type shit. But the biggest other part of it was it's like in that process of me like looking into it, it was like also letting me know like, okay, it's a little suspicious, because if it was given like scenarios where it's like, okay, well, you knew about the truck stop situation, you knew about the water situation, so why is it that you didn't have the conversation to tell me? Because I'm getting like this, if you got any question, I'm willing to answer it. Because but it was like it wasn't given like causing me harm. It was given like they got like an obsession, but low key trying to protect at the same time. But it's like at the same time, it was like, well, what's going on. But then it was like as I was trying to do something, as I was like, I'm just one eye open. It was like, well, the Russians are running out of time, and I'm like, the Russians running out of time. So apparently, like they was trying to I guess some other counterparts, like people that was part of like this organized crime and the NRA and stuff like that, that they was trying to pay some Russians to do the kidnapping so they can get away with what it is that was being done. Like somebody could be a September Virgo, they could have been played the 14th to the 17th, so their birthday could be like September 12th, 14th, 15th, 17th. And it was like someone told me to look into Larry Alexander, and it was like this was like New York ties and Jamaica ties, but whoever it was, because it was like me seeing Mike in the dream, was like, why am I seeing him? But it's like I was like, something ain't right. Because it was like There's some other people that's gonna end up, it ain't disappearing, or they gonna end up disappearing. It's like, okay, well, they got this house. For somebody, it could end up being like, that ain't none of my business, because I ain't concerned about them folks, nor the other two, because these people, I seen like afterwards, they end up either getting arrested or something, but it's also about a home where they just didn't want somebody to like get their home or something like that. Because it was like, it belongs to you. Someone's name could be Aguilera, something like that. Like, I feel like somebody could see in a situation where it's like, damn, the whole time something belonged to somebody, and it was just like someone been fighting or going through like the hoops to figure out on a different level to figure out like how to get a home given back to you, but it's also given like where these people don't want to pack up and leave or whatever, and they just trying to leave stuff behind and all this other stuff. But somebody you do have a lifeline, or somebody that, a secret helper, or they work in the dark for you or something, they're trying to help for you, but then it's like at the same time, I feel like somebody could have fallen for you on the low, because I feel like somebody did discover somebody's spouse did cheat. Like, they were part of the people getting money off of this or whatever. So I feel like this person was like, shit, how they gonna feel about this? Also, this is like, somebody don't want you to tear their head off about knowing about those who was, stealing your money, or this. It's like a lot of stuff. Like, somebody can bring information to you. Also, you have somebody's name that could be Richard or Rich, Richard, Rich or Rick. Then you got the name Nick, Nicholas, and then the name Mike or Michael or something like that. Don't call me your side man. Look up what's happening. I don't want to turn the light because I do want to go back to sleep, but it's the fact that I was liking the fact that I was running in the dream, but it was not like a scared running in the dream. It was like, damn, I was like, damn, I did that 3 mile in like 18 minutes. Even though it could be faster, man. That shit just was like dope. But I feel like that was their plan for the Dominican squad. Because if I'm not mistaken, Mike Mike's Dominican. Because it was like, I heard somebody say, it's always a Puerto Rican motherfucker fucking up our shit. And now we try to figure out how we can sit in a friendly fire for this motherfucker to go ahead and do something. This is crazy as shit. Because somebody definitely is in logistics. Trucking, they could do the dispatch, they could do the trucking, they could do deliveries and shit like that. But this is like somebody like, look, it's some shit popping off. I want to help you. But also, it's like, you do have people foreign affairs. Somebody you do got people wanting to come in. I said repent. Also, you got they was hoping like they could get some of their trafficking friends from like Vietnam, Russia. They've been trying to get like somebody is an evangelist, and they could have like tried to put into some money to get involved in this as well. So like you could have had some people that was like African, Haitian, or some shit like that, hoping that whatever it is that they was doing would keep something from being found out. But somebody realized at the same time, like, it's gonna be found out one way or another. You know that, right? But somebody you do have um, wanting to come in to like be solid, be loyal, be an alliance. But somebody's like, don't call me your side man, call me your boyfriend. It is like it's something else going on, cause child, I can feel it in the air. Who seen that? I forgot who seen that song. I can feel Benny Siegel. Also, something about the music artist Phyllis something. I was looking it up, and it was like she passed away in 1995, but it was like she came out, and then you had the her husband who she was married to from like 70, what, 78, and then 1988, because it was like what happened before she came out or whatever, and she came out in 1977. But with her coming out then, it was like what caused her to get unalive. But Larry Alexander, I want to say, who was her husband, he ended up, the story behind him is sketchy, but it's also given like he have part in the music industry. He was Jamaican too, but it's also like he been running scams since all that had happened. But it was like they were friends. But it's also given that he was found out being the same thing with her. But it's like it's something that he did back in the day with her. But then once she passed away, it was something he collected off of her. And it just run deep. But I'm gonna leave that alone because there's something about that music situation, and then him being a part of something, and whoever Larry Alexander was with, that was that woman didn't commit no suicide. And then you got the group Jodeci. I'm staying by my name. I don't really care about that because I don't see the prevalence in it, but it could be easily solved. Also, this must be somebody that was upset because they tried to take somebody content or try to like prevent something from coming out, but somebody realized like, nah, motherfucker, that shit coming out one point or another. Like, nah, you can't just be sitting there trying to keep shit undercover about what it is that you're doing with somebody, and then expect for it not to be seen or heard, or somebody not to know exactly what it is that you're doing to try to cause them harm. And especially, it's like I feel like people probably got wind of who somebody did something to. It's like, nah, none of this should be kept secret. Because I feel like for somebody, for a little bit, you had some people, trying to make it seem like something was supposed to be a secret. But that I'm hearing that's for to come to an end, because it's like you can't sit here and then lie on somebody and then want to make alliance with them, want to work with them, but then it's like some people taking accountability and responsibility. It's like, excuse me, God dang. You can't try to do certain things to certain people when you find out that, hey, they know they solid, they a good person, and then you doing certain things to them, and then come and find out you almost had us believing this shit, and we was just doing this shit based. People were finding out they was doing something based off a lie, but now they can know the truth, and then with them knowing the truth with proof, it's just like it's just certain things you just don't do to everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's like do your fact checking, and then all the people like imagine talking really bad and talking down on somebody, trying to cause them harm, all this other shit, and getting people to do it, but really truly like to the core of you, to the mind of you, to some conscious of you, you you care. You really love this person, but you went all out with this. So now you're trying to do all you can to make sure that this person doesn't know all that you did. And then on top of that, you almost got them, you was trying to get them arrested or whatever. But then now you want to go back in and say that you love them, you want to marry them, You want to make things right with them because you got this, and it's like somebody like literally checking them like, shit, I'll be the peppy. You just created them. I'll be the peppy. Like goddamn, like somebody, and then it's like somebody telling somebody like they literally been standing alone by themselves. They ain't with nobody. Like somebody could have convinced some people to even do surveillance for them, to look into you, phones, you name it. And it's like this person ain't. I'm getting like somebody basically saying this person ain't did nothing to you, and then it's like somebody. They said somebody literally could be like Marines, Special Forces, but like retired, like they're done or whatever. And then they went around to some people and started asking some questions. But I feel like I'm hearing somebody say they they not lying about what they did and who they was with and stuff like that. So what is this where you convinced it's like somebody like literally checking somebody? Also someone's name could be Vincent. Someone could be renting or staying at a like a vacant apartment or a place or something like that. Someone is just upset because it's like, how the fuck they keep finding out something? Because it's like, you know how like people could play it like you can't just play at everybody's energy and expect for them to not know what's going on. But then it's like, say if somebody did end up getting in trouble or getting locked up or something like that, somebody realizing like, damn, the females who they were surrounded by or something like that, it was like these bitches must have been like bored or something, just stupid enough to do some shit like this. And it's like, because I'm getting somebody telling somebody like, were y'all just bored or just stupid? And then it's like y'all all gathered together to just do this to a person. And it's just like somebody could be looking at people and discussing, and it's like phone calls, text messages, letters, and stuff like that that was supposed to get to somebody. And it's like, oh, okay, somebody even finding out, someone going as far. Even if, I told you, women can be on the down low too, be trying to hide the fact that they really into women. They'll marry these men for cover ups too. Women just be as worse as men. But it's like they can get away with it because it's not like you looking for it, or it's just like a man be like, well, shit, all I know is that my wife just got down with the get down. Like, no, that bitch really is a dyke. But she just afraid to, go out there because of what her family say because they go to church or some weird shit. But it's just like somebody finding out, like, so y'all really wasn't delivering the message. So y'all really was trying to get these person's mail stolen. And then you had them convinced that it was me doing this and it was really y'all. And then it's like people can realize at the same time, it'll be women that can cloak themselves in men's energy because it's like, say it's a stay-at-home wife, and they be like, oh, the bitch, she be doing, tarot or astrology or some weird shit, right? And the husband be like, I'm not into it, but I listen to it, because when a man is in love, he don't give a fuck about what you doing. Just long as he know he coming home to you, you being loyal to him, you ain't doing nothing out of pocket to him, causing no harm. Because a man that can feel like you're not fit to rob him, you're not fit to cause him no harm, you know what I'm saying, that he can sleep, all that other stuff. He could just be himself. He could, like, men will do the sweetest things for you when they know that your soul, your spirit, your mind, and everything is going to be good to them. I'm telling you, a man would, like, shut down the fucking world about you. I've seen it happen. I never had it happen for me, but I've seen it fucking happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna be sitting there bashing no man or nothing. It's just like I accept realities for what they are, but I know for a fucking fact with a man when you do a man really good and treat him right and shit like that, that man's shutting down any and everything. Shit, the sky, is the sky shining too bright on your sugar? They shutting that shit down. Do you hear me? Because sometimes, you know what I'm saying, even then, do you want to work? You don't want to work? what you into? They 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 make sure you got all your dreams and everything taken care of. They the softest men, like they'll be mean to everybody else, but to the woman he won't, baby. And that's it. The other men call it simping, but a real man be like, "Oh, that nigga love love." Well, all she had to do was just hold your face and just hold your hand. They won't steal from me. They won't ever lie to me. So it's like one of those. Then why are you running? Come here. Then why are you running? It's also given like someone could have even went as far as going onto Facebook to find the African voodoo man that says, "I like killing. All I do is kill." And they literally paid that person. That person could have just told them like, "Yeah, I'll do the work." But then when the person did the divination, it's like, "I can't kill this motherfucker. I'll be killing myself if I do something towards this woman." It's just some people like, if somebody could have finally asked a person like, what do you mean? I'm hearing somebody say, do you have societies? Do you have organizations? They destroy them. Can destroy me. Somebody literally let somebody know like they can destroy them. They can destroy me. What problems did you have? My brother. What problems did you have, me brother? Somebody literally went to someone. They say, "What problems did you have? Did you make them mad?" Someone literally went as far as going to like Africa, the UK, or some shit like that, the Caribbean and shit. And even these people sit here like, for somebody, you have some people that could be from like Jamaica, Trinidad, Virgin Islands, or something like that, wanted to go ahead and spin the block because it was like once they figured out like you had rank like that, it's just like, what the fuck? I was about to do what? Okay. How it come in? But like I said, when I see Mike in there, it was like, cause like I said, I'm pretty sure he's just Dominican. I don't remember all the way, cause you know what I'm saying. I did my best to like stay out the way and not question him too much. You know what I'm saying? Cause that was a married man to me. You don't do too much, but I always was kind. But it was just like, I guess somebody amongst that situation sat back for a little bit and did some digging, and what they found out is just like, y'all trying to call somebody this for somebody you have a few men, even if they were going against you at a time. I feel like somebody had no choice but to speak up and finally say, like, do you realize that that was like this? Even I'm hearing somebody, even if it was people coming in with PhDs in that building, they woman hold more knowledge than anybody that ever been to college. Somebody said that about a woman. It's like up to 4 men and then like two 2 to 8 other women that could have been saying that woman holds more knowledge. Some people are not 100% sure about somebody if they went to college or not. But I'm hearing them tell people like, yeah, that person holds so much knowledge. Somebody could have even mentioned like, when they get quiet, I'm hearing somebody say, there's some people that say when they're quiet, you don't ever know what they thinking about. It's not like mischievous or nothing, but it's just like it will cause you to be curious. Someone's experience of having that moment where it's like someone could be a deep thinker or something like that, or it's just like, I don't know if it's a look or something, and somebody's like, it's not bad, but I'm also getting somebody could explain to another person as well. Excuse me, confirmation that it's like, I'm hearing somebody explain like watching them and just being in the thought process is peaceful. It's not like bad, but it's like it'll make you curious because it's like, well, what else is in that brain of yours? And you know what I'm saying? It's like somebody could explain that. Also, it's like, say it's another person and they're just like, yeah, I would have been willing to, but I'm hearing somebody saying like, nah, it's a look. But it's like, it could either give you the look of fear or give you the look of peace, or it could make your ass fall in love. For somebody, you have different, some people just finally fessing up to like some shit. It's like they either gonna give you that look of make your ass fall the fucking love, say some shit, but it's like it's energy. It's something that's like I don't even want to feed off of it. It's just like I want to sit in it. I want to enjoy the bliss, because it's like for somebody you probably could have like kicked it with some people or just had a time, or you could have even laid with these people. But it's just like, do you do you get what I'm saying? For somebody, is this a therapy group of people that did actually experience you, and then the other ones are curious? They probably seen, this revenge, but it's like someone could have tried to convince people based off of videos or something like that, that oh, they're like this, and it's like someone had to finally like break them, like no, they're really not like that. Like I'm hearing somebody, if it's one dude in particular, like they get around. And but however, the type of women they can get around, that they are able to or have been getting around to, is whatever, it's like this woman, it's like someone could be speaking up and finally say, no, that woman right there, mm-mm, that's not a woman that you treat like that at all. Even, and it's like somebody basically saying, yeah, they get down with it how they get down, but they not like that. I'm hearing somebody that's strict. That's some rules. That comes with standards and regulations. Someone said that comes with standards and regulations. And it's just like, also someone was like, yeah, I could have did some strangulation to him, but I'm hearing somebody saying, I couldn't want to, why would I unalive something and I won't ever get that again? And then it's just like, oh, okay. So for somebody in this situation, regardless of how it went, right? If somebody went to try to convince like people or men or whatever, like, yeah, they're a hoe, they're a prostitute, whatever. And then it's like somebody basically breaking down, like, no, I know hoes. I know prostitutes. You know what I'm saying? I know back page motherfuckers. That ain't one. They don't conduct themselves as one. They don't do those things as one. They're not eager to do that or nothing like that. Because it's like, even as far as someone having to explain, like, do you realize how far you had to go just to try to make it seem like that? Like you had to set up the scenario. And then even somebody looking to even set up the scenario, someone is realizing, like, at the same time, like, nah, like, people, it's like they mind their business, they be in their own zone. Like for somebody, you got people saying like they be in their own zone. So trying to convince somebody like otherwise, like, oh, they're like this, they're like this, like you just trying to make a propaganda out of this shit. But then it's like, it's also some people finally looking back like, oh, you was mad. But then it's like, also it's like mad, jealous, angry, but then like you in love at the same time. But then it's like, well, why would you do that when you know for a fact that they don't do that and they don't act like that? And it's just like, now people are questioning another person. It's like, well, shit, if you go do that and you go back, but you know you're gonna have to tell the truth about it though. Or that could have just happened, but at the same time, it's just like somebody has a friend named Hugo or something like that, but it's just like somebody, they could have be calling people, calling a person like, oh, they a throat baby. And we're probably like, I'm gonna need y'all to quit talking about it though. Cause it's like somebody knows for a fact they don't get down like that. It's just like that was a single woman, hoping that they, like, for me, I know whatever narrative they was looking to go ahead and portray, they weren't gonna be able to portray it. Cause it's like shit, she about her money, she mind her business, she stay in her lane. Shit, she really just stayed to her fucking self. Until I caught on to them, fucking with my weed, and it's like shit, I let the weed go. So it's like, well, shit, she don't really drink. If she did, it was what, wine here and there, but biggerly the end, it was just like I got sick, and it was just like, ugh, I don't want to drink. But then it's also like at the same time, it's like you have a conversation that's gonna be stimulated. You coming to kick it, you coming to kick it, but then it's like I'm a single woman. I do it because I want to do it. It's not like, oh, let's do this and let's have, no, leave me alone now. Because after I find out like all that weird shit was going on, because I do stuff in hope to like date, and these were people like, oh, I'm gonna swoon them, and I'm already stealing from them, and she didn't know, and now it's just like I don't want to be fucking bothered. You know what I mean? Because it was like there was no reason to do that. I'm not like a person to be out here. I might grew up around it, and whatever narrative was being sold, it's just like it hurt my feelings for a little bit, because it was like, why would y'all listen to those people like that? It wouldn't even bother to ask me, because somebody finally had to like speak up, because it's like, damn, they really are innocent. They like somebody is like, they really are innocent. Like they don't do those things, and no, they're not incompetent. I'm hearing somebody like, for somebody, they know you're like a whole bunch of people, if it's men as well, they know you're neurodivergent. They know that. And then it's like somebody looking at a situation, it was like somebody's even upset with themselves. It's like, why did I take advantage of them like that? You got a few people beating themselves up, because it's like, why would I take advantage of someone like that? It's just like, they're so sweet. Someone knows, it's like that person is so sweet. But then it's like they looking at these women or these females, it's like, I can't believe what the fuck. I had them convince me to do this shit. Somebody was literally upset about that. Cause somebody is like, no, they the sweetest thing. They on the defense. It makes sense. Cause it's like somebody like love the fact it's like they're so bubbly when they're happy, they're fucking happy. Somebody loves that about someone. It's like when they're happy, they're happy. And they're funny. It's like the jokes just be impeccable. You just don't ever know what you're going to get when they say something. It's just be careful. It's one of those. Be careful how you handle that one, okay? They're funny as shit. It be shit that goes on, and you just don't ever know what's gonna come from them. Like somebody's like, you ain't got to do all that seduction and weird shit. I'm hearing somebody even say, yeah, I tried to convince myself that I was doing that, but I didn't feel she got the cue. But somebody was like, now I understand. Now they don't get those type of social cues. That's pretty dope. So when you're gonna get a chance to rewrite your story, because it was like so many people willing to write your story. Also, it's like you got some people wanting to come in and right their wrongs. Somebody's looking back like, fuck. Because somebody could be like getting like called out from like friends or something like that. And it's like, you did wrong. And then if somebody having to admit like all this crazy shit, you got all these people hyped up, got them convinced. And now it's people sitting here like, now we don't have no goddamn chance because you're bullshit. It's a whole bunch of men saying, that's a woman right there. That's a woman. They been through some shit. And yeah, we was part of it, but shit, I'll be willing to fix that shit. And you was just over there just trying to steal from a motherfucker. God damn. That's crazy work. But it's like for somebody, you got people wanting to like come in. I'm telling you, somebody should have a roster. But I feel like if you're anything like me, it's like shit. I just don't want to be bothered. But friends are acceptable. I'm open to friends, and not friends in that way, because I learned my lesson. I don't even. I learned my lesson. I'll joke about plenty of things, but because somebody had to stop. It's like they may have a disability, but intelligence and competence, somebody had to squash that. They're not incompetent. They're by far not dumb. Someone even did work or reversal work on somebody who tried to come in and do some type of other work for them to what's it called? Truth and justice protect from enemies who would steal one's fortune. Yeah, for somebody who was trying to steal somebody's fortune. But then it's also like somebody saying, well, shit, they're generous as it is. And then you do some shit like this, somebody had to just like whoop some people's ass, like basically. Either physically, spiritually, or something like that. Like, you was trying to steal money from somebody that was a sweetheart that would just even help you. Somebody had to cuss somebody out. I could tell you that for sure. And then it's like somebody could be going off on some females that try to convince them of this because it's like, it's some people that now know it's like somebody is like a fucking sweetheart. You just don't do that to people. It's not you to things to people. Somebody could even have somebody prayed or somebody could end up finding out that they are or something. And it's like, shit, I'll take care of them. And shit, and give them my last name. Ooh, that right there could have triggered the fuck out of somebody. Somebody saying that or telling somebody that straight up to their face. Straight up to their face. And it's like, what the fuck you say? Yeah, I love them and you ain't gonna do it. Should make sure that they want what they want. I'm here, Mr. Lover, man. Shabba. And all I gotta do is make sure they get what they want. And they'll work. Somebody also knows, like, damn, this person is meant to be famous. Like, they were gonna be famous regardless. It's like, yep. Somebody, when I was looking for somebody, you don't have some people coming back around. Somebody could be like wanting to be loyal. Somebody knows something is about to, a legal proceeding took place, and it's went into this woman or this empress's favor. High priestess. Somebody is just so loving. People missed it. Regardless if people did you wrong, they didn't mean to. What's that song by R. Kelly? I don't mean it. Somebody losing their shit because, like I told you, if it's throw baby, somebody losing their shit. Is already pissed them off that they had to hear about like two other people doing it. It's like, what the fuck? But it's like, shit, you said you didn't want them. So we was doing what the fuck we was paid to do. But somebody knew for a fucking fact they ain't no motherfucking prostitute. There's some people finally had to speak the fuck up like they ain't no motherfucking prostitute. And you didn't tell us that they had money like this too. Somebody is like, they have a lot of money. Let me see what this one says. Someone has like a healing type of energy. Somebody could have felt that it's like, yeah, shit, just being with them, talking to them, being in their presence, shit, it's healing. Also, you had another person like, shit, I was blocking off my energy. Because somebody could have literally told them, like, yeah, the most that I did was, it was a fist bump. Yeah, that's a woman. But for somebody, you got somebody obsessed, like, well, I ain't got it yet. I ain't touched it yet or nothing like that. But if they got all that and they doing all this and I already seen it in the physical, I'm gonna be their man. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna be their man. Fuck you mean? I'm gonna be their man. You fucked up, remember? You, you didn't want them, remember? That's what you said, right? Somebody hearing that alone and just seeing this shit alone, and it's like, damn, they can make all these people, submit just basically just being them. And it's just like, it's people looking at them like, who wouldn't? Like, what the fuck? Because everybody's like, it seems like we all experienced them. Some of us on a more, a different level, and the other of us, shit, that's an allegiance. That's somebody who you want to keep around. That's who you want to work with. Shit, really and truly, that's a wife. But ain't nobody that you pass around and share with nobody. Damn, somebody had to tell somebody that. Like, that ain't the type of person you pass around and share with everybody, but you know that they ain't did nothing to nobody they didn't ever want to. But I'm also here somebody to tell a person they ain't no killer, but shit, you push them to the right place, motherfucker, you end up being missing. Oh, fuck, how I fix this? Somebody, they gonna be sitting here scared of the motherfucker like, she's a runner, she's a track star. Somebody, if that, I don't know, for me, shit, get the fuck on. I really don't care about nobody, the relationship. Shit, you be a friend in the corner that way. I got too much shit to do. But somebody, you got some people up to like, let's see, somebody, you got a whole bunch of people that want to give allegiance. For somebody, you got up to 19 people who will want to work with you. Like, work with you. These are a group of, if you're a woman, it's a whole bunch of men that are like, would not mind working with you right now. Like, doing business. Like, you got 10 solid people that want to do business. Also because they know the benefits of working with you, but also it's like, it's business before anything. Someone want to know how you know all of this. Who are these people? For somebody, you was defeating the fuck out of some females that was trying to do shit towards you. You defeated the hell out of them. Because someone is upset. Because it's like, damn, these people love this person. Somebody, you just a magical being. You're loving. You can get people. You got about 3, 4, 5 people. Excuse me, confirmation. I feel like people are like intrigued by your brain or your mind or something, or the way you think or something like that. They're intrigued. But also it's like a lot of judgment. But yeah, people know what's going on with this legal proceeding because someone wanted something to happen over this weekend. But it's not happening. Also, you could have like an ex-spouse, some relatives that was trying to set this up along with who are they trying to set this up with? Who is these relatives, ex-spouses that was trying to set this up? Because I was about to say with some church people or some officials. Yep, a bank person and some officials, a courthouse. Yeah, they were trying to set this up to get you either unalived, kidnapped, or something like that before the ending of this proceeding. Because I'm hearing something about Monday or Tuesday. Child, Monday or Tuesday. They was trying to avoid something going in, but it's like it's going in your favor regardless. Because I'm hearing just like magic. These motherfuckers fit to be sick. Also, it's like, these are people that was hoping that they could call back and be like, hey, you want to hang out? You know, Or you'll have some relatives want to come in and, oh, we need help, we family. And it's like, I'm getting somebody saying, what the fuck? Yo, I'm getting somebody going to be telling some motherfucker, shoot fire, don't bother me. What the fuck you asking me for some shit? If you don't find something else on one, it's like for somebody you'll have some relatives come back in. But the Bible don't tell you about this. And I'm getting somebody said, fuck you in that goddamn Bible. Cause it's like the Bible you reading there must be fucking Bible or tarot. Like not tarot, but terror. Cause it's like, well, we gonna throw the Bible at them because they using that tarot. Like motherfucker, how dare you try to be disrespectful like that and then try to call. Cause I'm getting that song, don't call my phone, bitch. It ain't even Christmas and it's not your birthday. And they trying to call in with a wish list. Cause I'm hearing somebody I barely got on, and now here you are trying to call up with a wish list. Like something came in early. Cause they trying to bamboozle to get money out of you. Like, well, I need help, and I need help needs. And it's like somebody like, okay, well, help yourself. You been getting money, so what you need help from me for? Also, you gonna have somebody that could have been like, well, I was known on TikTok and me and my man, and it's like, honey, that man was only with you because where you lived at and what money they thought you was getting. Somebody's like, I don't need my teeth in because my man like this girl. That is not your man. That man is only with you because they felt that you was about to get a lick off some type of money and you ain't getting it because you fit to get arrested right along with this motherfucker, or this person already knew somebody was going to be getting arrested. And it's like, oh, who, this is like a motherfucker that'll be like, oh, so she got the money. So let me make my way over there. And then it's like somebody sitting there looking like, she had it this whole time. Fuck. And somebody know, like, I ain't gonna be able to get back in with that one. Or that one don't even like my kind. Somebody know that it's some group of people or a particular man, like, she don't even like my kind. Like, god damn. Y'all had us go so hard in the paint with them. Now they ain't gonna give no black man no chance. You absolutely right. Someone's like, shit, we finna come in and make shit right. I don't want them to look at us like that. Anything else, man? Somebody, you're being held back from having to finish paying certain other things because there's something going on. Okay, like Sunday, well, tomorrow's the first. Someone don't pay something till Monday, even though it might be an extra fee or something like that. But I don't feel like somebody you're gonna have to deal with an extra fee. Somebody you're not gonna deal with no extra fee. Nope. Nope. Because I feel like some people are about to hit a catastrophe come Monday or Tuesday, because something is about to hit on some folks. Yep, something about to hit. I'm telling you, something could have happened last night too. Somebody's like, shit, I'm finna make something right. Cause I've been bamboozled once before. You ain't fooling me again. I just want you to know to don't call my phone, bitch. All right. We hope I can get back to sleep. But I do want something to drink. It's early. Who's 12? All right, y'all be blessed, people. I had to give that message because it was like, why did I see a person? Well, I saw a couple of them from the trade school, and then I saw this weird fucking girl, Kiera, and then Deshaun. I was like, these fools. Because I knew Kevin probably had left that house. And then they was trying to get people to like, oh, seduce her and do this to her. It's like, all right, whoever decided to tell the truth, it's like, all right, cool. They might, they might get this, but I don't know. But I know I ain't finna get fooled again about no shit. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Somebody trying to hide. Shut up. Somebody could have also tried to hide the fact of like their status or whatever. Like someone you could have thought like they were like a klepto or some shit like that. That was just their character of having to do that. Something about undercover people. It's like, damn, I didn't think, and motherfucker, ain't nobody paying you for thinking. Don't tell them about this part of it because it was the job and we're all really friends. For somebody, they could have tried to convince people y'all was just this and that, and it was way more than that. And somebody's like, see, I knew it. I knew it. But now somebody's saying, well, considering we didn't experience it, I'm hearing, I'm hearing somebody tell somebody 7 minutes, 7 minutes. Like 7 minutes, 7 minutes. Archangel Michael. The other person was like, they did what? I'm hearing somebody say, I didn't ever experience nothing like that. My body wasn't, somebody told us about my body wasn't supposed to do what it did. And it did. These people don't realize, like, they telling people this shit, and it's like, you realize you're making other people curious just as much, and you explaining it, and it's like, they already have this, but they just need a, somebody's like, they looking at some folks like, what the hell? What the hell? Somebody, you are an empress, so don't let it be like anything that they trying to put out here in these streets. Because somebody's like, no, that ain't, you can't put that person out there. They're balancing shit. Also, you got some people saying, like, they blunt. They could be mean, but they're a sweetheart. But you try them. Somebody, you probably spook some people by, like, I know, like, probably whenever I get mad, people be like, what the, okay, we don't want, now we know, not to make you mad, okay? We know. We know, we're learning better. That's why I was like, all the people that's involved and the elites knew what would come to them, because it's like, what's going to be their karma? What would you do for a Klondike bar if I could find the right ones that I like? But they know, like, shit, we could ending up like this, but it's just like, I'll change my ways. Shit, that motherfucker is a person, I'm telling you. Make a gay man want to consider going straight. I promise you. You was confused before. I won't be confused no more. I need them. I want that. I'm gonna get that. They're a hermit too. They ain't worried about being attention. They can give their own self attention. Somebody, it's like two people, three, sit here trying to figure out, like, damn, is this over money? One person for sure was trying to do that with the money. Another person is like, let me make an allegiance, like, for real. But for somebody, it's a man that could be like a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. They only there to just for the money. The other ones, they actually there for the feeling. Cause somebody, like, even though they could have like what they did with you or whatever, how you want to love them but steal from them at the same time? It don't make no sense. I'm hearing a rude boy. So someone could be like a rude boy, Pisces, Aquarius. And it's like they just want the money. So they will only be coming in for seduction to take the money. Now the other ones, they actually are considering, but they know you're gonna be on a defense. Yeah, the other one's like, no, I really would consider that, like, to be loyal, like for real, change my ways. But it's a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius man. They could be a rude boy, so it's like from the Caribbean. Yeah, they only want the money, but it's about three others that actually genuinely want a chance. So you got three that actually want a chance. One person, they just really just want the money. So somebody need to know that. The one that just want the money, they'll be the one to try to cross you to either get you locked up or harm you. This is like someone that could have just shot. I feel like for somebody, the one who played the most innocent in this situation, for me, that was that Nayo for the West motherfucker. It was like, you a little bit too kind. And it was just like, but it was also curious because it was like, he kept giving it look like, is she gonna figure out what it is? But like I said, I had figured that out. It was like, well, we should just have fun. Well, having fun is not making me money. Having fun is not allowing me to focus on my business. And those were the words that I said. And somebody could have said, like, yeah, they really did say that. They did say, I did say that. It was like, shit, this ain't gonna make me no money. But every time that I would turn them down because he'd be reaching out. But then it was like, I reached out and tried to ask a question. It was like, Rita, don't even bother. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, I do not like a man that fucking is fake and pretended. This is deja vu. For someone you seen strict, you seen as making money, you seen as marriage material, you're seen as a forgiving person. But it's like, I'm hearing somebody, it's strict over there. It's strict over there. And some people know, like, coming towards you is strict. Either you going to be on your shit or just stay where you at. Mm-hmm. They don't feel like they have enough to give. But somebody definitely feel like they know that you're like the marriage material. But someone could tell you're healing, you're getting yourself together. But someone saying you're lovable, you're worth. A lot of people see your worth. You're lovable, you're loyal, allegiance. But you'll call the tower moment. But for someone, you got a lot of men that can see that. Yeah, because that loving is deep. Legal knowledge, renown. Someone that feel like you're very loving, but you're strict. You can get to the money. For some, all four queens came out, and you're beautiful. Somebody sees you as strong. Someone knows your cutoff game. You not gonna play. You will cut them off at all. They be like, it be feeling like don't punish me. But somebody also could see that you're on the fence about something, especially about religious or religious differences could be a factor for some people. But some people are willing to take that chance. It's just like, I don't know how this is going to pan out, but some people are willing to take this chance. Someone that can see you as hermit mode. Someone that wanted to make sure that you don't feel pain or something like that. So something could be, yeah, moving certain things out of the way so you can rest or something or heal appropriately. Because some people are seeing you as like you're healing, you're doing what it is. It's like magical. But also you got somebody making sure that some people stay out your way to not commit no crime to try to steal from you ever again. Ooh, I love the sound of the rain. I want to go back in the bed. I'm about to. What's this final one, Spirit? Yeah, some shit for the come to you, baby. Empress, loyalty, strength, healing. Somebody you get protection that you need. You seen as a warrior all alone. All right. I hope that message was helpful. I'm gonna go lay down because that rain sounds so good.